gonna fill up a thing about this size with water, up to about here. That's if you're just making it for your family. You know, if you're making it for a lot of people, you got to fill it up to the top. But this is just for the family. So now we're gonna take a fry pan and we're just gonna fry up the chicken, but just the top and the bottom to brown it a little bit. Okay, so the ingredients: carrots, parsley, thyme, rosemary, some green onion, big onion, the chicken, Maggie, this is the bouillon, 3 of them, the seasoning, paprika, parsley, a little bit of, this is a broth, which I'll show you when we use that, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, salt, and of course the celery. Those are your ingredients for your soup. You don't have to cut them in very, very small pieces. I'll show you how I cut all this, but you don't have to cut it. And then what you're going to first do is you're going to first fry up your chicken. You're going to throw it in the water, and then you're going to take the celery and all of the veggies. You're going to chop them up. It doesn't matter how thin you chop them, because later you're going to go ahead and strain the soup. So all of that stuff is going to be left behind, but you could keep some pieces of celery to throw into your soup. Not a bad idea. And one other thing I don't have here right now is the egg noodles, which I did use in my soup the other day. And the egg noodles, thank you. And the egg noodles are nice to have in your soup. One other ingredient you're going to want is butter. Not a lot. He's going to put that in the fry pan and in some of the soup. You'll see. So here I've got the oil with a little bit of butter. I'm going to go ahead and fry up the chicken. Right. So here we are frying the chicken just to get it brown. And here's the water getting ready to boil. And here we've got the chopped up celery, chopped up green onions. Now I'm going to chop up the big onion. And these I'm just going to cut in half. About a big handful. So you see that nice color? And the juices, that's what gives the soup that flavor, that delicious, delicious flavor. So you want to just get it brown, like you see. I'm just going to transfer that from there right into here. So you'll see. So here you have the chopped up veggies, and we're just waiting to finish up with the chicken, the last of the chicken. I already have a bunch of chicken in there. We're going to wait for the last of the chicken, and then we're going to fry our vegetables in there just so they get a little soft. And then we're going to throw everything into the soup. There's a little bit of white wine and the chicken stock to deglaze the pan. And before I forget, 5 or 6 garlic cloves finely chopped. And of course some bay leaves. Smells good, huh? So that's it. The last piece of chicken. Last piece of chicken going in. Don't worry about the smokiness or any of this stuff, because it just gives flavor. Okay, so we're going to pull that off. Now we're going to start adding the veggies. So here you have the vegetables now in that pan that has all the juice droppings from the chicken. I got all the pieces of chicken inside there. I added a pat of butter into the soup. And then when we pick all this up, we're going to drop all those veggies into the soup. So I put in the bay leaves. We got the bay leaves here. I'm still cooking up the mouthwash with the bay leaves in the soup. The thyme and the rosemary I add to the soup when it's already boiling, and then the parsley's at the end. I put the parsley in at the end. So I poured a little bit of white wine in there. Now I'm going to pour a little bit of chicken stock, just a little bit. See the wine already burning away the alcohol. You don't want to have any alcohol in there, so just the flavor of the wine. We get rid of the alcohol, maybe a minute and a half. Finally, I take a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, just a little, and I just put a little drop in there of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, and you can see this thing's all bubbling up. Mix it all together. That's it. We're about to throw the whole thing into the soup, and that's it. Soup's going to cook for about 3 hours, and it's going to reduce. And it's going to reduce, and then once it reduces, that's it. Soup on. By the way, I got to drop in the thyme and the rosemary. So that has all been added to the soup. Veggies are in. Chicken is in. That's your basis of the soup. Now it's going to cook for a couple of hours. Now let me throw in the thyme. This you just throw it in just the way it is. About this much thyme, right here. Right into the soup. That's it. Don't worry that it's going to break apart in the soup because you're going to strain the soup. So you don't have to worry about that. And the same thing with the rosemary. I'm going to take a patch of rosemary. That's the whole thing. That's enough. Maybe 3 sprigs. You know something? I'm going to put it all. Doesn't matter. Okay, so the whole thing of rosemary into the soup. Just going to dunk it down. I already put the bay leaves in there earlier, so the bay leaves are already in the soup. And that's it. Later you're going to try it. See, the bouillon has a lot of salt in it, so you could try it and see. I'm going to put a couple of sprigs of parsley now, but then I'll put the remainder at the end. Later comes the instructions for the matzo balls. That's later. Still got 3 hours to cook the soup. One last thing. I put just a little bit of lemon juice. Really, just a drop. Look. That's it. Just a drop of lemon juice. It's going to make it, the flavor come back. That's it. And like I said, we check for salt later. As the soup is cooking, we'll check for salt. If it needs a little more salt, we'll put it in there. The allspice had the pepper, so there's a little bit of pepper in there, but not a lot. And now I'm just going to mix it, keep mixing it every couple of hours. I should mean every couple of 20 minutes, not hours. It's going to cook for 3 hours. We'll be back.